From kind of someone who hasn't been here the past few years, like when Georgia's lost a couple times to South Carolina, do you get the feeling, being the new person coming in, that it's a little personal?
Yeah, I mean, I think it just goes back to it just being a rivalry game. I think, in rivalries, at any level, some teams get on runs, win a couple more than the other team, but in the end of the day, a rivalry game, it's whatever team plays the best. And, you see so many times rivalry games where there's a highly ranked team upset by their rival just because that's just how it is. So we got to really be focused and get prepared because it's gonna be a tough game.
What do you know about South Carolina thus far? I mean, as far as your film study?
Yeah, they got some really good running backs, great O-line. They've got multiple quarterbacks that can play that are really good, and obviously they got good receivers on the outside. They're a well-rounded offense, and defensively we got to be really sound, really sharp, and just focus this week.
Is there anything particularly challenging that you see that you're just kind of like, hey, this is we know they're good at this, we know they can do this?
They do a lot of little things. I mean, I will say, I think Farrell Cooper is, a heck of a receiver and athlete. I mean, he can play anything, and he's a guy you always got to be aware of because he can make plays. And I think like I said, they got really good running backs. So just really, there's a lot of things we got to focus in on, and I think it just goes back to having really good practice.
You played some pretty good teams at UAB. Speaking of Farrell Cooper, can you kind of compare him to anybody that you've had a chance to play against before?
I played against South Carolina my freshman year at South Carolina. I actually had an interception that game. It was probably one of my better games. And that was back when it was Lattimore, Connor Shaw, and Ace Sanders.
Yeah.
Remember those kind of guys, Bruce Ellington. And I was playing safety, so I was having to guard those guys, one-on-one in the slot. So that was definitely a memorable game for me.
Obviously with your experience as a defensive back, now linebacker, I mean, you're always active in the passing game. You were the other day. The fact that Georgia ranks at the bottom of the league or toward the bottom of the league in pass defense right now, is that a concern, or do you think it's because y'all are up double digits and people are having to throw on you?
Yeah, I don't think it's a concern. I think, if you go back and look at the tape, I think there's a few big plays that kind of skew those numbers. And, so I don't really think it's a concern. I think, overall as a defense, we've got the job done the past 2 weeks, and we'll just continue to get better. And, yeah.